Hey everyone, how are we doing today? We're gonna just get straight into things, same as we have been for a while now. Things should be easy enough to get into. We're gonna do the same sort of thing we normally do on a kind of breathing basis, so the breath timer, just to kind of take over and instead of focusing too much on timers and things like that. So whenever you're ready, you're just gonna come down into the plank position. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do about 10 deep breaths for either side, okay? So up for one, and just breathe deeply into your belly and hold it nice and tight. Just in and out. Keep things nice and solid. If you've got mirrors like I do in here, keep checking to make sure you're straight. Just keep holding it up. Switch. Switch again. And down, good. So it's a roughly 30 seconds aside there. And what you should be focusing on is staying up nice and straight, making sure nothing dips or twists or falls down, and then everything, you're not kicking hips out or anything like that. All of this is developed around helping you maintain a solid relationship between your upper and lower bodies, or the upper and lower portions of your body anyway. And if you're allowing things like your hips to kick out or your shoulders to twist, then you're losing that effect. So throughout all of this stuff, try as much as you can just to stay up, stay rigid, and control the straight lines that you've got, okay? So give yourself a few more seconds to get some water. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Okay, when you're ready, going back down again. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Just breathe. And switch. And switch again. And down, good, excellent work. So throughout all of that, to help maintain the relationship we're talking about between your upper and lower body, you want to be breathing down here. I bet for most of you that if you're taking a deep breath right now and holding it, you're holding it up here, which is useless for keeping your core tight. So whenever you are breathing deep, you want to hold it down here and push it down, make sure that everything pushes out to create a tight seal between your ribs and your lower body to make sure that there's no chance for anything to deviate, okay? So I've got one more of those to do. Ready to go again. 3, 2, 1, let's go up. And remember the breathing we just talked about, try and hold that nice and easy. Switch. Switch again. And done, good. So that's 3 of those. That's just getting us ready, getting us thinking about staying stable and staying up nice and upright. What we'll do next is just a little bit of work to fatigue the muscles and start activating the glutes as well, because they're just as important. I'll show you in just a sec. So, for our glutes, just want to be doing bridges, or roll your shoulders back. Make sure there's a nice arch here that gives your core this sort of natural shape to work in. More there. We're going to squeeze here. Even if you're just planted, you just squeeze in. So you notice if you squeeze in tight enough, they will just lift you up. Okay? What we're looking to do is just to drive as high as we can and hold it. We create a nice straight pattern there. What we're going to do is get that going 10 times, and then we're going to switch and do some leg raises just to tire out the core muscles and make the next bit harder. So, when you're ready, find this position in a few seconds, and then we're going to move together. Okay, so, up for 1, really feel it here. Try not to get any hamstring activation, okay? Done. 2. Done. 3. Done. 4. Squeeze really, really hard. Done. 5. Done. 6. Done. 7. Done. 8. Done. 9. Done. 10. Hold it there. And let it run. Good. Just relax for a sec. Frame your hips with your hands. Legs out straight. We're going up for 1. Keep them up. Done. Hold them off the floor. Don't let them touch the floor. 2. Done. 3. Done. 4. Done. 5. Halfway. Done. 6. Done. 7. Done. 8. Done. 9. Halfway. Done. 10. Done. Keep them off the floor. And rest. Good. So, the reason we're bringing in some bridges there is because a lot of modern sort of sports science and exercise physiology and stuff will argue that the glutes are like an extra core muscle. If your glutes don't work, your core's probably not working, and vice versa. So a lot of people who are quad dominant will have a lot of low back pain. They'll probably feel that if this isn't working, then this isn't working. And obviously the opposite way as well. So trying to get these working really, really hard now so the core works more effectively, and the support pattern that is in the glutes is there and it's working as well, okay? So this part's more about focus. The glute part is more about focus. So make sure really, really thinking about activating that and squeezing together rather than just moving, okay? And then the leg raises are just to tire out the muscles to make sure that the stability section is a little bit more difficult, okay? So I'm gonna turn a different angle this time. See from here. I'll plant my feet, shoulders are back. There's an arch here. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up for 1. Down. 2. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. 7. Down. 8. Down. 9. Down. 10. Down. And free your hips again. Just gonna do leg raises. Keep them out straight. Keep them off the floor. Don't let them touch the ground. Go for 1. Down. 2. Halfway. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. Halfway. 6. Down. 7. Down. 8. Down. 9. Down. Halfway. 10. Down. Hold them off the ground. And rest. Good. Same as usual, just get some water in between those. Give yourself some time to recover. We've got one more of them to do. So you got one more chance to figure out just the feeling of getting the glutes working properly. You will find that they'll benefit you later on, so just breathe through it. Be really, really present in what's happening and think about making muscles work instead of just moving your body, okay? Really get in touch with that. A few more seconds, we'll go one more time. I'll change my angle slightly again. Done this way. You ready to go again? Open your shoulders. Get a little bit of an arch. 3, 2, 1, up. Done. 2, hold it. Keep it squeezed. Done. 3. Done. 4. Done. 5. Done. 6. Done. 7. Keep it held. Done. 8. Done. 9. Really squeeze tight. Done. 10. And let go. Good. Straight down. The legs ready. Hold them on straight. Get them off the floor. Don't touch the ground. 1. Halfway. Done. 2. Done. 3. Done. 4. Halfway. Done. 5. Done. 6. Done. 7. Done. 8. Halfway. Done. 9. Done. Hold them off the floor. 10. Done. Keep them off the floor. And relax. Good. So, a little bit of a rest again before we move on to what's next. Give yourself some time. Be right there. Okay? So the next one is going to be our different stability balances that we've done before. I'm going to breathe nice and deep. I'm going to add every 2 or 3 breaths. This time we're going to add a crunch in between. So that means if you're out, same side, whenever I say that we're going to crunch, we're going to bring the elbow and the knee together. If you're on the opposite side, it means this way. If you're doing this one, means just reach out, crunch, and back, and down. So that one's quite hard. So don't worry if you don't manage it. Reach up, reach out, crunch, reach out, and down, okay? So choose whichever one you want to do. Get yourself into position, we'll go in just a minute. Give yourself just a little bit longer to recover, okay? A lot of the movements I use in these classes are adapted from the fitness test. Usually the functional movement screening test, I've done other ones as well, where you're being examined to see how well you balance and how well you move. Whereas I'm turning that into something that you have to hold. So instead of just being observed, you have to hold it for a longer period of time, meaning that you're challenged for slightly longer than you would be if you were just doing the test. So when you're ready, we're going to get up. I'm just doing it on a breath timer again. In the end position, in 3, 2, 1, up. And hold whichever one of the 3 you like. You go same side, opposite sides, so just hold the knees off the floor on all 4s, okay? Crunch. Oops. Just keep focusing on your balance. Crunch again. Crunch again. And switch sides. So just the opposite of whatever you were just doing. If you're doing this, the all 4s one, just keep doing that. Crunch. Really focus on the balance. Touch again. Touch again. And relax, good. So you even saw that like there in that first one. If you're not focused, I wasn't focused, you'll lose your balance, you have to fight. So be really, really focused on staying up and staying out, okay? I'm gonna do the different variations throughout all of this. So we'll take a quick rest and we'll do 2 more overall, okay? This time I'm going to do opposite arm, opposite leg, hold them out like that, okay? So, when you're ready, down in position. 3, 2, 1, lift them out. Crunch, back out. Crunch again. And again. And bring it down, switch sides, open them out. Crunch. Crunch again. Crunch again. Crunch the 3rd time, back out. And relax back out, good. So this one should feel less taxing on the muscles and more difficult in terms of keeping your balance and stopping yourself from rotating, okay? So, we're taking another quick rest. And then we're on to the 3rd one, which for me will be this one. You can keep doing the one you've been doing. You can change if you like, it's entirely up to you, but this one will most likely be the most difficult of the 3. So choose whichever one works best for you, all right? A few more seconds. So, 3, 2, 1, let's go up. Crunch. crunch again. And again. If you're doing this different sides ones, you can switch now. Crunch. Ooh, hold your balance, you got it. Crunch again. Third time. And relax, excellent. Good, so bring it down, give yourself another quick rest. We'll move on to the last portions just once we're ready. Next up will be our stability section. So we've already done one sort of minor stability movement just to challenge our balance. The next part's going to be really challenging our ability to hold the unit that is the core in place, okay? So throughout these movements, you'll notice yourself wanting to do stuff like this, or to dip, or to twist. Try as hard as you can to stop that. So if we're doing something that requires you to take one hand off the floor, don't do this, okay? Try and get yourself over the hand, then take the arm off the floor, all right? So make sure that you're not putting yourself in a position to deviate from there, all right? So we're gonna do 3 rounds, same as we normally do, with 10 different movements, and then that'll be us. We'll move on to the last part, which will be our vacuums. So, first of all, I'm going to come up in a high plank. We're just going to hold it for a little bit, and then we're going to slowly start bringing in those 10 movements, okay? So, when you're ready, let's go up. Just holding this for a minute. Good. Remember the breathing that we've been doing before. Remember the glutes can help you when you're doing this. What we're going to do is a shoulder touch. Remember, get your weight over the arm, and don't let your hips swing out. That's the most important thing here. Touch the other shoulder. Bring it down. Touch the opposite hand, and the other one. Good. That's 4 movements in. That's good. Stay up. Do a push-up. If you can't do a push-up, don't do any half movements like this. If you can't do a full push-up, lower yourself all the way and just come back up into the plank, okay? Don't do a half push-up. Touch one shoulder again. Raise one arm and the opposite leg and down. Touch, down. Bring one knee up, down. And the other one, and down. And relax. Very good. So, hopefully you'll feel where your body wants to dip and turn, and hopefully you'll feel how to not do that. If you're allowing that to happen, you're not building stability, you're just changing the way you balance. The reason we're doing these core movements and these stability builders is so that whenever we're lifting things, you might not be lifting weights, but you will have to pick things up. You will have to do stuff that involves physical effort. When we're doing those things, we can rely on what's here to stop us from kinking, twisting, dropping, blowing out, everything. That's what these are for. So, if you find your body coming out of that neutral position, or out of that straight spine position, fix it. Bring yourself up straight, okay? But we're doing well. We've got 2 more of those to go, and we're nearly done. So, all through this one, just focus on your breath, okay? And come up. And we're just holding it. Good. Stay there. Touch one hand. And the other one. And again. And again. And the first one. And the second one. And again. And again. And again. And again. And for good measure, just do a push-up. Remember, don't do any half push-ups. Relax. Good. So, the reason these movements are all chosen at random, like those just picked 10 of the same thing, so you didn't expect it, is because balance and coordination build off chaos. It's the same as whenever we're training for sports. Agility drills, coordination drills, skills drills tend to revolve around chaotic patterns, stuff that you can't predict, because then you have to adapt on the go and make sure that you're taking what comes to you and dealing with it instead of just repeating, and repeating, okay? Same as whenever if you see a ladder on a sports pitch and someone says it's for agility, it doesn't work, because it's the same movement over and over again. You just become a repeating pattern. You don't get good at anything new, you get good at that same thing. So if you want anything that's responsive, agility, coordination, balance, stability, whatever, you need chaos, you need unpredictability, okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to go into another series of 10 movements that we don't expect. And we're going 3, 2, 1, up. And just hold it there. You got it. Touch one elbow with your knee. Same side again, hold it. And back. One hand off the floor. Touch the shoulder. Return it. Touch the elbow to the knee. Do a push-up. Stay up. Touch the shoulder. And the other one. Opposite arm, opposite leg off the floor. Knee elbow. And the other one. Whenever I do this class live, if I look around the room and someone's not in the high plank, then I don't finish until everybody's up. So make sure you're up, you're not rested on the floor, because that's not going to help. And relax. Very good. So, a little bit more. Just going to do 10 ab vacuums, and that'll finish us off. And we're going to do that. Just going to get into a position like this, follow straight along, and not take too much of a break. In just a neutral spine position, what we're doing is when we breathe in, we're pushing down towards the floor, pulling everything down. When we breathe out, push everything up, and we're pulling in, okay? Pull everything from the ribs to the hips in as tight as we possibly can, okay? That's what getting all the muscle to activate between the top and the bottom of the core. If you don't feel something activated, get mentally in touch with it and make it work, okay? So when we're ready, going down here, I'm going to turn just a little bit. Going 3, 2, 1, breathe in, and breathe out. Push out, push against your diaphragm, push everything out. Pull towards your spine, push the spine up, release. In. Out. Release. A few normal breaths in between. In. Out. Hold it. Release. In. Out. Release. In. Out. Really pull that in. Release. In. Out. Release. In. Out. Release. In. Out. Release. In. Out. Really pull that in tight. Release. Last one. In. Out. And release. Good. Come down low. Get yourself into an active plank. Push up. Stretch out up the front. And relax back. Forward again. Relax back. And just come up. Thank you very much for joining me again. If you want to chat about this class and any of the elements included in it, you can find me at all-strong.com. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.